put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Wentz. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A touch and time. Types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing, Heineke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone and from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown. And your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Commanders' 15-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They run. It's Williams. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut him down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second down and a run by Robinson. They find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 104 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Heineke to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders 14, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. To throw is gone. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With this makes the score, Commanders 14, Lions nothing.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake, Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Shoves him away, and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Commanders 21, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Williams surprised many in the league when he stayed in division and went from Green Bay to Detroit. He certainly adjusted quickly to his new home, putting up a career-best 601 yards, teaming with DeAndre.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
An attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. stands on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They go play action. Now Heineke sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Heineke, that's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Heineke. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Robinson on a give right side. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Goff on first down. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup with a 2nd and 8.
Throwing again is Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Darius Phillips on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and going into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Raymond bringing it out. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it all. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Heineke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. He had already had an interception earlier. Now Charles says, I think I'll get another, and I'll take this one all the way back to the school.
Well, you know how I feel about those defensive backs, especially safeties. They're certainly some of the best athletes on the team. They're asked to do a little bit of everything. And when you combine their athleticism with their field vision, those types of plays result.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Heineke. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give left side to Robinson. Room here to run. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. To throw is Heineke. Rolling to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Heineke. And this is going to be incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
Sly able to put this one through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've gotten right back in this ballgame after a very sluggish first half. Back when you played, after a bad half, in the locker room, is it usually the coaches or sometimes the players who are the most vocal?
It's usually the coaches. But I do remember one time in particular where the coaches started to talk about what they wanted us to do in the second half. And a couple of leaders stepped forward and said, "Coach, we've got this," and pretty much ushered them out. And they delivered the halftime message. It worked, too. We played much better in the second half and came back and won.
Well, whoever said something at halftime, it's working right now. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, They further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here with a first down catch.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From just shy of midfield, Goff toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good fight. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down Lions.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Goff now to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They run out of the gun with Swift. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Goff. Screen play set up for Williams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Heineke's throw complete to Dotson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run the jet sweep, Dotson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On second and 15 now. Heineke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Heineke. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff finds the open target, Arnold. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Goff. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
So now you're in range to tie things with a field goal, but they still have plenty of time to work for a game winner, and they're trying to do so. Nice job defensively to force incompletion there.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign, and it did that. I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Commanders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.